Good evening. It's Tuesday, March 30, 2021 here in Cebu City. I'm Cherry Ann Lim and this is SunStar Tonight. Senior citizens and those with pre-existing medical conditions are now eligible to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Chari Coronel reports.
Aside from healthcare workers, elderly, and those with comorbidities will now be included in the inoculation. Department of Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergire said that vaccinations will now be simultaneous for priority groups A1, A2, and A3. Priority Group A1 comprises the healthcare workers. A2 is made up of senior citizens, while A3 is composed of those with pre-existing medical conditions. DOH said local government units were given the go signal last Saturday to administer the vaccine to the three groups. Dr. John Wong, resident epidemiologist for the National Immunization Technical Advisory Group, said it is important to vaccinate the elderly as soon as possible because they are 5 times more likely to develop severe COVID-19 and 10 times more likely to die. It is also important to provide protection to persons with comorbidities because these heighten the risk of severe disease and death. Among those with comorbidities, first priority will be given to those with chronic respiratory disease, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, malignancy, diabetes mellitus, obesity, and chronic liver disease. DOH has given senior citizens in the National Capital Region until March 31 to register for vaccination. Those outside NCR have until April 5 to register for vaccination. Chari Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
With the arrival of the new batch of Sinovac and AstraZeneca vaccines in the country, Cebu is set to get another 21,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccines. Kenneth Torres reports.
Central Visayas will have its share of the new batch of COVID-19 vaccines that arrived in the country. A total of 21,600 vaccines against COVID-19 are allocated for Cebu. Department of Health Central Visayas spokesperson Dr. Mary Jean Riche said this second batch of vaccines for Cebu consists of 7,200 doses of Sinovac vaccines and 14,400 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines. Riche said these will be used to inoculate 10,800 individuals. Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas, Michael Lloyd Dino, said there will be no delay in the vaccine rollout despite the global vaccine supply woes. He said that under the National Vaccine Roadmap, more deliveries of vaccines from other sources are expected to arrive in the country in the coming weeks and months. The additional vaccines for Cebu are among the 1.4 million doses of Sinovac vaccines that the national government bought for 700 million pesos and that arrived in the country yesterday. The national government plans to buy a total of 25 million doses of Sinovac vaccines. The country is also expecting the arrival of the additional 979,200 AstraZeneca vaccine doses. Based on the data from the DOH, Cebu City recorded 64 new cases yesterday, which brought the total active cases to 1,771. Cebu Province logged 57 new cases. Lapu-Lapu City had 24 new cases and Mandawi City had 44 new recorded infections. The entire Cebu is still under modified general community quarantine until April 30, 2021. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
Those who wish to visit or stay with relatives in Santa Fe town in Bantayan Island this Holy Week are required to first submit a letter of request to the Santa Fe mayor. Chari Coronel reports.
Santa Fe and Bantayan Island has been a favorite destination during Holy Week. Because of this, the local government unit of Santa Fe has imposed stricter guidelines for travelers this Holy Week. Individuals who will visit or stay with their relatives in Santa Fe are required to submit a letter of request to the LGU. For tourists within Cebu province, the requirements include a confirmed booking from an accredited accommodation, QR pass, valid ID, and ecological fee upon entry, while tourists from other provinces need to secure a medical certificate, confirmed booking, QR pass, valid ID, and ecological fee upon entry. Eating, drinking, smoking, littering, and driving any kind of vehicles within the beach area, and extracting sand or dead corals are prohibited. Pitching a camping tent is also not allowed. Swimming is allowed only until 6 p.m. There are medical and emergency stations mounted near the beach resorts. The public is reminded to adhere to the health protocols at all times. Chare Coronel, SunStar Tonight.
One of the practices of Catholics during Lent is to abstain from eating meat. Here to give us some ideas on what to prepare this Holy Week is Tiffany Neri.
With Holy Week slowly rolling in, the Catholic people in the Philippines who practice abstinence on Lenten Fridays, especially Good Friday, have but one question in mind. And that question is, what are we going to eat? Filipinos are the types of people whose favorite part of a special occasion is the food. And Holy Week, the last stretch of the Lenten season, is no different. So here are 5 popular Filipino dishes you will find on people's tables sometime this Holy Week. Number 1. Binignit. Binignit is iconic in Cebuano Holy Week culture. People have even written about why. This sweet dessert soup has been described as something similar to a stewed halo-halo, a mix of tasty delights and textures with coconut milk, sago, root crops, glutinous rice, bananas, and more. This Visayan soul food brings the soul into Holy Weeks with a hint of nostalgia in every bite. Number 2. Tortang talong. Tortang talong is eggplant dipped in egg and pan-fried. Some variations of it include meat, fish fry, or tiny shrimps. An easier way to describe this delectable dish is basically an eggplant omelet. Number 3. Utan Bisaya. Utan Bisaya is a Filipino boiled vegetable soup. It has kamunggay or malunggay, eggplant, okra, beans, squash, and everything else. If binignit were made of vegetables and water, well, that's Utan Bisaya, a light and healthy vegetable soup that does wonders for the body and the soul. Number 4. Mango soup and bulad. Mango soup is made out of mung beans and oftentimes thrown in the pot with kamunggay and shrimp or pork. The Good Friday version sticks to the shrimp or dried fish option, and the soup is best enjoyed on a bed of steaming hot rice and topped off with crispy bulad, which is basically fried sun-dried fish. Number 5. Sinugbang isda and pusit. Grilled fish and grilled squid are a sought-after viand during the Holy Week. This no-nonsense recipe is an easy cook if you have access to a grill, charcoal, and some open air. The smoky flavors of the seafood are paired up perfectly with a soy sauce dip and rice. So keep your eyes peeled because these bad boys are definitely going to make an appearance sometime, somewhere this week. And if not, there are still so many Holy Week staples we didn't get to mention. So let us know what your favorite ones are in the comments section below. This is Tiffany Neri for Lifestyle on SunStar Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Cherry Ann Lim. Thanks for watching SunStar Tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good night.